The Helium network recently announced an integration of Microsoft's IoT Central with the Helium console. This integration will allow Microsoft IoT Central customers to roam on the Helium network seamlessly and leverage the scale of the network's connectivity. Some of these customers include Keurig Dr. Pepper, Bimbo, and AB InBev. These massive global companies can be the source of much of the data transfer that will fuel the demand-side growth for the Helium network and in turn command a much higher price for HNT. Partnerships like these are critical for the adoption and growth of the Helium network and proves that companies as well established as Microsoft see the value the Helium network can provide to roaming partners across the world. Let's take a look at the details in today's video. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video here on the Crypto Compound channel. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the Microsoft IoT Central integration with the Helium console. This is a massive partnership and really shows the interest that really large companies have in roaming on the Helium network. Now, in today's video, we are going to touch on what this type of partnership will mean for Helium, what type of partners might be roaming now on the Helium network via Microsoft Azure IoT Central, and what some people, including Helium moderators here in the Discord, are saying about this type of partnership. Now, I also want to touch on this. We haven't looked at this in previous videos. This is the Web3 index. It is ranking Web3 platforms here. Helium is currently ranked number 5, and they are ranking these right now based on the trailing 30 days fees that have been spent on these particular networks. If we look here, we can see this trend here for Helium is certainly looking very good. Each bar here represents 1 week. We'll talk more about this screen and this chart here later in the video, and of course, what the Microsoft partnership and integration might mean for the data transfers here. And now, as I like to do before we jump into this news, which is particularly very good and very positive for Helium, we have to see that Helium did break the $20 level here just a few days ago and is currently in the mid-19s, went all the way down to the low $18 range. Very bad here. With regards to the HNT price right now, of course, global markets, crypto markets, Bitcoin, everything is certainly struggling. Helium is no exception, and Helium is in the worst coin by market cap ranking it has been in quite a while. Now at number 52, previously around the 47 and 48 range for a few weeks. So not particularly good there. However, of course, we have to think long term. These price swings are extremely volatile and oftentimes, and more times than not, can present opportunities here if we are following Helium and believe in what Helium here is building. So guys, if we look here, here's the announcement that Helium made with regards to the Microsoft partnership and the console integration. This is a beautiful integration and partnership here, and they of course tag some of the largest partners that Microsoft have on their IoT Central platform. Now, here is a quick Helio Ecosystems blog post that outlines a lot of the details. Of course, they do mention the breadth and scope of the Helium network and how Microsoft Azure is now looking to bridge the gap between the two applications and provide their customers with access to now roam on the Helium network. They go on to say that Azure IoT Central is Microsoft's highly secure, low-code/no-code IoT platform that scales with businesses as they grow, ensures investments are repeatable, and integrates with existing business apps. Now, there is a quote here from the principal program manager at Azure IoT Engineering, and he says, "We think it makes sense to work with the Helium network as one of our lower-end partners because it provides a path for customers that do not want to invest in gateway infrastructure up front." And the article makes note to highlight a critical benefit for the Helium network with regards to this partnership and all partnerships with roaming partners. And they say the Helium network benefits from this integration with Microsoft through increased usage and data transfers, which comes from providing IoT Central users with an easy and secure way to integrate their IoT signals and enabling access to all of the services in the Microsoft cloud. Now, if we jump over here to the Azure Microsoft IoT website, we can see some of the trusted companies that already are integrated with Microsoft's Azure IoT Central. One of them, one of the largest and probably most well-known, is Keurig Dr. Pepper. There's also Bimbo, C.H. Robinson, and AB InBev. Some of the largest global partners here will now have access to the Helium network and roam amongst the coverage that the Helium network provides. Now, there was also an announcement made in the Discord, and they, of course, highlight the importance of a integration and partnership like this with a company such as Microsoft, and they do go into a little bit of detail with regards to the largest customers that use IoT Central. Of course, like we just mentioned, C.H. Robinson, AB InBev, Clean Energy, the United Nations Development Program, and it goes into a little bit detail of what those companies provide. I really think AB InBev is one of the most significant partners here. They are, I'm sure a lot of you guys know of them or use their products. They're a global beverage technology company using IoT to drive commercial and operational growth, increase sustainability, and gain insights into business operations. Now, we do know that there are a ton of temperature sensors that are integrated and have been integrated with the Helium network. I would imagine that AB InBev is rather interested in that type of use case for their business, and they can of course leverage the Helium coverage on the network for that purpose, which is very, very interesting. And of course, all of these companies have uses for different types of IoT sensors and devices across all of their different business lines. Now, the bottom of this article also includes some of the other people's network partners, including Dish, the city of San Jose, and roaming partners such as Senet and Actility. Of course, these are all major roaming partners for the Helium network that will help contribute to the actual data transfer on the network. And now, as we mentioned earlier in the video, all of these different roaming partners and all of these partnerships and integrations with the Helium network are really designed to drive demand-side growth for the Helium network and drive data transfers, of course, between the hotspots that are online and connected on the network. Of course, this chart here has been steadily growing week over week from the beginning of 2021. Of course, down here, there was not much. As we can see more recently, especially in 2022, we can see a huge jump in data transfers and data fees on the network. This is really where we will be able to see the usage of the network and the utility of the network being reflected as more roaming partners join, and as the connectivity increases globally, people will begin using these devices, using their sensors, using everything that the Helium network was built to transfer, and they will be reflected in the data fees and the transfer fees in this chart. Of course, here the 30-day trend is very, very positive, up 70%. As we can see, it says this trend is the increase or decrease in the protocol's demand side fees between two periods. It's calculated by subtracting the previous 30-day fees from the current 30-day fees and then dividing that number by the previous 30-day fees. Up 70% is a very, very good number. We would love to see this chart continue to grow week over week and increase the actual usage and the real utility of the network. And as we mentioned, we are currently number 5 here on the Web3 index, not very far behind the 2 ahead of us. Of course, we could easily become number 3 in just a few weeks if we keep up this type of trajectory. Now, the last thing I want to leave you guys with, which I thought was incredibly interesting, was what one of the moderators here in the Helium community did in fact say with regards to this Microsoft partnership, and it is right here. As we can see a little bit above, somebody asked, can somebody explain, like I'm 5, what's the deal with Microsoft? Just down below, we can see one of the moderators here. I believe they were replying to what that individual said, and they said, deep pockets with interest in the network. This person here said, that's good, right? And of course, considering we are in the official Helium community Discord, you're not really supposed to talk about any price or exchange listings or anything of that nature. And of course, the moderator says you can form your own opinions. But of course, deep pockets with interest in the network, meaning people and companies and organizations the size and power of Microsoft with interest in the network is very, very positive and is certainly a good thing for the Helium network. So guys, let me know what you think with regards to this integration of the Microsoft Azure IoT Central platform with the Helium network. I think this is tremendous news. Huge roaming partners that will now have access to leverage the scale and connectivity of the Helium network for their customers. But that is all I have for today's video. Please leave your comments down below. I'll try to get to all of them and answer any questions you might still have. But please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on the latest Helium and HNT news and analysis. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. But just like that, this video is over and I will see you next time.